right, guys. A little bit of legs to start the day. And I am starting with squats. I don't always start with squats, but they will come up in every leg workout, unless it's not a real leg workout, which sometimes I do those as well. But this one, just keeping it fairly light today. First working set 225. Pretty sure I jumped up to 275 and then eventually 300, sorry, 3 plates, which is 315. Quick math. I mean, nothing special here. I mean, you have to do your squats. It's the most important exercise probably ever, and that's not to say just for legs. That's probably the most important exercise that you can do. Of course, benching is a pretty big one, especially when it comes to chest. But I mean, deadlifts, they do a pretty big part of your body. But thankfully, I'm able to do enough back movements where I don't feel the need for heavy deadlifts like I used to, putting on 315, 405, 5. I know 5 plates comes out to 495. So if you want to do a nice even 500, you want to put a little two and a half on each side, just so you can say that you deadlift 500. Go for it. But I don't feel the need for it as much anymore, just because I'm not doing powerlifting competitions. That's not what I'm interested in doing. If you want to do strongman competitions, that's what you have to do. So that just goes with the territory. But with what I'm doing, even with the bodybuilding, I'm not really. I train like a bodybuilder when it comes to my other body parts, but I train like an arm wrestler when it comes to my arms, forearms, grip. So just one of the things where deadlifting, I see the benefits, but for what I'm doing, the negatives outweigh the benefits. So that's why you know what, I'm probably gonna do it next time, just to show you what I do, which you guys probably already know how to do deadlifts and hopefully do them correct. But I'll just show you what I do for them. There's a bunch of different ways that you can do deadlifts. You can do basically half reps where you're doing you're pulling basically rack pulls. You can do it with a Smith machine too. I mean, it's not a great range of motion. I would never say that I'm doing a deadlift. I would never equate the weight that I do on the Smith machine and tell someone that I deadlift from that, because that's not how it works. But I do see the benefits of that, just so you don't have to go all the way down. And I'm never going to do one lift reps anymore on deadlifts, just because it's too much of a risk, especially for the arm wrestling, where you're putting too much pressure on your biceps. I've seen plenty of times where people, their biceps just roll right up on them just because they tear their biceps. So not worth it for what I'm doing. But after the squats, made my way upstairs and doing leg extensions. Going fairly heavy, not racking it. I don't feel the need, but definitely going a little heavy with the extensions. And I don't go all the way down. This is one of the worst exercises you can do for your knees. It's probably the worst. So I know I need to do them just because they're great for hitting the quads individually, but not something that you want to max out on. Not something that you want to tell everybody, hey, I did leg extensions and I racked it. I even threw a 45 plate on it. It's not what it's there for. I could probably go even a little lighter, but I did it on that day. And after that, went over to leg curls. And I'm not doing too much for legs today. I felt a crazy pump when I walked out, and that's what it's all about. So doing doing lying leg curls, and we don't have a seated leg curl machine at this powerhouse, which probably the only gym I've ever been to where we didn't have a seated leg curl, which I've been to other gyms where they have two, which it's no big deal because I can do these and I can also do the standing up ones where they do the single leg, so I do that as well. I usually go back and forth between them, but I mean, yeah, the little bit short video, I did calves the day before, so no need for today, and I'll probably end up doing it tomorrow.